That one's good. Um, it's I'm not having great time putting the sentence together.
That's starting to get to me already. That's the first one.
Hello and welcome back to Hot AF. I'm your host, Scott Ferris, and I'm joined today by Sheena Denny.
Hello.
And today we're going to talk about injuries. Yeah, you guessed it, work comp injuries. Specifically, we are going to talk about temporary aggravations of pre-existing conditions and permanent aggravations.
That's right.
So let's get this going here. Our first, I guess, chicken bite we got is a jerk sauce from Walker's Wood. It's a Caribbean sauce. People are familiar with jerk seasoning, but this is a little bit different. This is a paste, and it's excellent. Peppery, salty. Now it's going to be delicious. But let's talk about what's the difference between a temporary aggravation and a permanent aggravation of a pre-existing condition.
So, a temporary aggravation is like a short-term flare-up of a pre-existing condition. So let's say you have arthritis in your knee and you have an injury. Ooh, sorry, that's starting to get to me already. That's the first one.
Right.
So you have an injury, you already have arthritis in your knee. You'll probably need some conservative management treatment, physical therapy, and then you eventually get back to your baseline. So wherever you were at before the injury. Permanent injury is more long-lasting. So let's say that same arthritis in your knee, and you have an injury, but this one causes like a meniscus tear.
Okay.
So that's like, you're going to have some medical treatment. You may have surgery.
Right.
You're probably not going to get back to that baseline that you were at before.
But it's still possible, and that can take years
Exactly.
to recover.
It's possible.
Okay. All right, great. Well, we're going to move on to our next one. And this is a smoked habanero sauce from Marie Sharps out of Belize. Now, you can't smell it on the video, but man, this is one of the smokiest sauces I think I've ever had in my life. And big. So,
Oh my God. I taste the smoke already.
it's good though. A little bit of a campfire taste, but
That's exactly what I was thinking.
what kind of factors are we looking at to determine whether or not we have a temporary or permanent aggravation?
So there's several. The WCCA generally considers the nature and severity of the pre-existing condition.
So that baseline.
Exactly. Then the nature of the injury itself. And then they look at the symptoms following that injury. How long those symptoms are lasting, what kind of treatment that you need, right? The extent of that treatment, and then whether you get back to baseline.
Right.
And then they typically don't look at a single issue. So it's not like, okay, you have severe symptoms following that injury. Yep, check. They're going to look at it as a whole, kind of overall, and determine whether it's temporary.
It's a big picture
It
thing.
is.
It's not each individual thing has to click. It's a big
Exactly.
picture.
Mhm.
All right. Well, so is there, this third one here. Ghost pepper wing sauce from
Oh, man.
Melinda's. It's a creamy style sauce though, and it's actually
It looks good.
it's very good. It's actually a good wing sauce. Yeah.
Definitely
Yeah.
really good.
How does our liability change, if at all, with the temporary permanent ag?
So for temporary liability, excuse me, as my tears are already starting here, you're looking at any wage loss and any medical treatment just within that short-term aggravation. Once that employee is back to baseline, that liability ends. With permanent aggravation, you're looking at ongoing weight loss, ongoing medical treatment, future medical treatment, and possibly.
As long as it relates back.
Exactly. Possibly permanent partial disability.
Got it. We're going to move on to our fourth one. Just knock them out.
He's going
This
back
is
to
a-
back here. All that.
Mango habanero. This is one from Iceland, actually. And surprisingly, not as sweet as you'd think, but it's got a kick. Is there potential that a temporary aggravation could become permanent over time?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I take a sip here. Okay. It can become permanent if it's found that it hasn't fully resolved. Right, let's say you thought it was back to baseline. Medical evidence shows it didn't fully resolve. Or if it shows that it progressed the pre-existing condition faster than what it would have done had it not been for the injury.
So, like, even if you had arthritis ahead of time, if the arthritis you've had for 10 years suddenly accelerates and looks like it's advanced a year in 6 months or 5 years in a month or something like that, it's easier to tell.
Yep.
Then that could just change over time. Ooh. So this last one, I'm just gonna apologize ahead of time for it.
Oh,
From Satan's Caribbean here in Minneapolis,
I've been saying.
and this is an extreme scorpion.
Oh man.
But it has a great flavor, but it's very hot. But as we're eating this, I want to just get your thoughts on what is a medical expert, what are they going to look at when differentiating between a temporary or permanent aggravation?
All right. Imaging.
Images are good.
They're going to look at pathology, MRIs, X-rays, the function that the employee had pre or post injury, whether that employee is responding to treatment or not,
Yeah.
all of that comes into effect.
And that's that one's good. It's I'm not having great time putting the sentence together. So this is why it's important to get an IV sometimes
Absolutely.
and have an examination that can compare range of motion from records prior to the injury up till now.
I think it's really important to get those imagings, MRIs done in the beginning so that you can see a progression.
And have a baseline to look at. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming and doing this. It was great.
Happy to be here.
We're going to be kicking off a new season of this in a couple months here. And excited to bring in some new guests that are from outside of the farming. I got to make sure that I make it until then. Don't burn up. But hey, don't forget to smash that like button. And we'll see you next season on How to Yap.